This is Gaylord, Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Here at the Palace on the Prairie, you know this is one of the most iconic stadiums in all of college football. Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium gets rocking for the Sooners. They have got so many loyal fans. You know they bleed crimson and cream here. They're excited after a 10-win season last year, and these fans can't wait to get it started again. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup.
Let's go. Let's take off.
Let's take off. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. Snags a quick pass on the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible.
John
so you throw him the screen quickly. You see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. This crowd, full throat, spreading the front, and he's got room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And the Sooners want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Going to try to get it himself. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play.
Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Sooners have this offense rolling.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage.
Snags it, and he's open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Here's a hit. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Play fake, say it. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Running inside, it's Jackson. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get
maybe some room here. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off.
Makes a grab and room to run. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. The run inside. It's Jackson. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Keeps looking downfield. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Jackson. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Breaks the tackle. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Hit as he throws. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the 1st quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Might be changing the route. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Back to pass. It's Mateer. Zings it complete to the right. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He'll try to do it himself. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down.
This is what's so hard as a defense, trying to stop this dual-threat quarterback, because on the previous play, he hurt you with his arm, and then on this one, he hurts you with his feet. They're going to have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, making him get rid of the football or go down with it, because his speed and his arm talent right now is a problem.
Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him to get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their 1st sack of the game here in the 1st half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up fourth.
And he's got it from 57. What a beauty.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Fielded in the end zone. It's crossed. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
This is a designed run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Saying from the gun on third down. Here's the pressure. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB, and he gets the safety.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Rush is on him. He's on the move. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Turning it on. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing, say it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Now here's Sayet. Got the quick pass. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. 4th down, Sayet. Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
Well, it's a nice pickup on the play by the tight end there, but how about that massive hit on defense, keeping the tight end short of picking up that 1st down?
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Cross. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st?
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Off the RPO, complete. Makes the catch, and he's free. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here's Sayin to throw. He lets one fly deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Escapes the pressure to his right. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll stretch this lead just a bit to 15-10.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. On the move, it's Jackson. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Huskies, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There he goes. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Sayin makes the grab. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Sayin. It's complete on the right side. Got room at the 35. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Buckeye! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he puts through the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Sooners will hustle to the line. To the air on first down.
And, you know,
makes the grab in their space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs,
breaks into the open. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Finds his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Still on his feet at the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the right side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's got an open man. He's loose. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it. And they got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Right down the middle. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. The run inside. It's Jackson. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Off the boot, looking for his man. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Say it. Makes the grab down the middle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. Gives it the big stiff arm. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left on 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him, and they got him.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Gonna take a shot. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Under fire. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces and is supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive, but, hey, man, it's working, and if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
And he made the extra point without problem. He'll bring it out. It's Avant. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The play action fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And this offense has really struggled. And the only play they've made is to him out wide. So I understand why they're going back to him, but they've got to find something to get kick-started, to get moving, to get grooving. They've really, really struggled outside of the one play to that receiver out wide.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to...
Sends it back in motion. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Sooners in the hurry up.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially...
He lofts one down the sideline. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man on the right.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's Julian saying to throw. Got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to put together a long drive. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Looking for a deep man. He's got it up to 25. He's loose down the middle. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple bad decisions, a couple great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down. He's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answer to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
Looking deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
There's some room. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Xavier again. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Taking it the other way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.